Health insurance. Man, it can feel like you're trying to learn a whole new language, right? But what if I told you there are really just 3 key parts that decide how much you actually pay? Well, today we're going to demystify major medical insurance, and we're going to do it piece by piece.
Okay, just picture this for a second. You're going through your mail, and bam, there it is. A bill from the hospital. Maybe it was an unexpected surgery, maybe a sudden illness. Your heart just sinks, right? It's that awful, stomach-dropping moment.
And the number on it? $30,000. I mean, think about that. That's not just a big number, that's life-changing money. It's more than a new car. It's a down payment on a house. For almost anyone, a bill that size is just devastating.
Yeah, for most people, writing a check for that amount it's just not going to happen. It's a financial catastrophe, plain and simple. And that right there is the entire reason major medical insurance exists. It's designed to be your financial shield for exactly this kind of worst-case scenario.
So what is it really? Well, at its heart, it's insurance for the big stuff. We're talking broad coverage, super high benefit limits, all designed for one thing, to protect you from those massive bank-breaking medical bills.
All right, so let's dig in and actually see what this protection looks like. What makes it tick, and how is it different from just a basic plan?
Okay, check this out. The magic is really in how all these pieces work together. You get these massive benefit maximums, so the plan can pay out a ton of money. It covers pretty much everything, inpatient, outpatient, with way fewer exceptions than basic plans. Now there's a trade-off, of course. You have to share some of the cost up front, and that's where 2 very important words come in: deductibles and co-insurance. We're about to break them both down.
All right, first up, before your insurance company really jumps in with the big bucks, you have to cross a starting line. This first hurdle you have to clear, that's your deductible.
The easiest way to think about it is like an entry fee for your insurance for the year. It's a set dollar amount you pay out of your own pocket for medical stuff before the main insurance benefits kick in. You handle this part first, and then your insurance company starts sharing the load.
So let's get back to our guy, John, and his scary $30,000 bill. Let's say his plan has a $5,000 deductible. That means John is on the hook for that first $5,000. He pays it, and boom, the bill that the insurance company now has to deal with is down to $25,000.
But wait a minute, aren't there different kinds of deductibles? That's a fantastic question, and you bet there are. And which kind you have can totally change how this works, especially if you have more than one policy. Okay, let's look at this chart. In column 1, it's simple. John has no other insurance, so he pays the full $5,000 deductible himself. Easy enough. But now skip over to column 3. This is cool. It's called an integrated deductible. Let's say John had a more basic plan that already paid $4,000 of his costs. With an integrated deductible, that $4,000 counts towards his big deductible. So he only has to pay the last $1,000 himself. I mean, come on, that is a huge difference. All right, so the deductible is officially met. We've cleared that hurdle. But what about the $25,000 that's still left? Well, this is where you and your insurance company become partners. And this partnership is called coinsurance. Don't let the word scare you. Coinsurance is just a fancy way of saying cost sharing. Once that deductible is paid, you and the insurance company split the rest of the bill. It's based on a percentage. You pay a part, they pay a part. Simple as that.
You'll see 80-20 splits all the time. It's super common. And all it means is, after the deductible is done, for every single dollar of a covered bill, the insurance company pays 80 cents, and you pay 20 cents. You're partners in paying it down.
So let's bring it back to John. His plan is a little different. It's a 70-30 split. So remember, we have $25,000 left on the bill. John's share is 30% of that, which works out to $7,500. His insurance company, they pick up the other 70%, which is $17,500. Okay, so let's add this up, because this is the key part. John has paid his $5,000 deductible, plus his $7,500 share of the coinsurance. That's a grand total of $12,500 out of his pocket. Now, hey, that is way better than $30,000 for sure. But that is still a ton of money. And it makes you wonder, what if the bill was $100,000 or more? Where does it stop? Well, that's where we get to maybe the single most important feature of a major medical plan. This is your ultimate financial safety net. You'll hear it called a stop-loss limit, or maybe more commonly, your out-of-pocket maximum.
And this number is exactly what it sounds like. It is the absolute maximum, the total cap on what you will have to pay for covered medical stuff in 1 year. Once the money you've paid for your deductible, plus the money you've paid for coinsurance, all adds up and hits this magic number, you're done. The insurance company pays 100% of everything else for the rest of the year. You pay nothing more.
This quote really says it all, doesn't it? The stop loss is designed to put a hard limit on your spending. It's the one thing that guarantees a medical disaster doesn't turn into a complete financial wipeout.
Okay, so now that we know about this safety net, let's go back to John's bill one last time and see just how powerful this is. The difference is, well, you'll see.
Check this out. On the left, that's where we were before. John was on the hook for $12,500. But now, look at the right. Let's say his plan has a stop loss of $8,550. So, he pays his $5,000 deductible. Then he starts paying his 30% coinsurance, but he only keeps paying until his total out-of-pocket spending hits that $8,550 cap. He hits that limit after paying just $3,550 in coinsurance. And at that point, everything stops. He's done. That nearly $4,000 he would have paid, nope, the insurer covers it now. His total cost is officially capped.
So here's the final scoreboard. Because of that stop loss, John's total financial hit is $8,550, period. The insurance company pays the other $21,450. That is the power of a real major medical plan.
So let's boil this all down to the three big takeaways, right? First, the deductible. That's your entry fee. You pay it first. Second, coinsurance. That's you and your insurer being partners in sharing the bill. And third, and this is the big one, the stop loss. That is your ultimate financial safety net, the thing that saves you from a total disaster.
Look, understanding how all this works is great. It's a huge first step. But the real question, the most important one, is right here. Do you know how your plan works? I want you to do something. Go find your insurance documents. Seriously, find these three numbers: your deductible, your coinsurance split, and your stop-loss limit. Because knowing how the system works is one thing, but knowing how your system protects you, that's everything.